Hi friends, and thank you so much for coming back to my channel. My name is Maya, and today we are going to take a tour around everything that I already have planted in our spring garden. So everything that has gone in the garden right now is all frost hardy. So we've got our radishes, we've got our peas, our broccoli, our beets, our onions, our carrots, and then rhubarb that comes back every year. I just got finished doing an experiment with my rhubarb where I forced one of my plants, so I'll leave a card up there, but it's very interesting. Now, the rhubarb was a little bit sweeter if you already watched that video, but we'll see. I feel like I didn't harvest as much as I would harvest if I would let the plant grow how it's supposed to grow. So let me take you bed by bed and kind of show you everything we've got growing and some of the different varieties that are in here. So this bed here is planted with our broccoli. We have 3 varieties of beets, and all around the sides I have planted onions. So the onions were the first thing to actually go into this bed right here. And it's actually my first year growing onions. But I'm actually very excited because I have a lot of hope, and I feel like if I have a lot of hope, then good stuff will happen. So we have 3 varieties of beets. I've got an Egyptian red, a yellow golden beet that is in the middle, and I've got a chaga, and I've got another one over there, which is like a striped, beautiful beet. The name escaped me right now. But those are growing between my broccoli plants. So in here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 are in here, and so between each of these patches is where I grew beets. So beets and broccoli are very great companion plants, says the internet. So this year we're actually going to see how it works, and you can already see something's already been nibbling at my little broccoli. It's probably the rabbits that keep coming by. And I've got to get in here and weed and kind of separate some of my seedlings, but everything is growing very, very well. Now, so everything that we have in the garden grown from seed or was started from seed in the garden, like our beets. So we'll head over to my other bed, which is more so my in-ground experiment, and we'll see everything that's going on in there. Here is my cabbage. It is also in the brassica family, so it is kale and broccoli are its relatives, but our cabbage seems to be doing good. We've got 3 cabbage plants, as you can see. Someone's also been nibbling on our cabbage, but that's okay. Also in here, we've got our Swiss chard and our kale. It's so tiny you can't see it, but it isn't growing in here as well. Now this bed is majority in-ground native soil. This is not the greatest soil compared to our raised bed soil, but honestly there are a lot of things that are growing very, very well in here. The next thing we have are our peas, which I need to start making a trellis for, because since it's warmed up they are growing so well. These are the most peas that we have ever grown, and they are a King Tut purple variety, so I am very excited to see. You can already see kind of on the side of that leaf that it is beautiful. It's got that beautiful purple hue to the side of it, so I am so excited for these. These were all put in ground. You can see it lines the edge of this bed, and I'm very happy with the germination, because it looks like almost every single one of these peas came up, so I am so excited. I've got a lot right here. I'm gonna have to transplant some right here. That's the only patch that didn't come up, but I've got an excess right here, so I'm probably gonna try to transplant 1 or 2 of them into this little area right over here. So this is actually our second succession planting of radishes, and like I said, this soil is it's not good. It's more so clay. As you get a little further in, it dries out, so it's not as great of draining soil, but radish just for me does so well in any type of soil. So radish, I have a video on planting radishes, but you want to plant radishes. Such a great instant gratification crop, because once you plant it, like it just starts growing. So this is actually the first succession of radishes that we did this year, and they're doing so good, guys. Like, I am so very proud. I plant radishes every year. They're like my sign that the garden season, and like it's like this kickoff to the garden season when I'm able to plant radishes in the ground. So This is our first succession set. We've got a second succession set, and what I've found with succession planting, I get to have more fresh fruit for longer because I'm constantly planting about 2 weeks apart, just so that I can always have a continual amount of food coming into the house. So here is our rhubarb, and we planted this about 3 years ago. We planted 3 of them, and they come back every single year. I do not have to do anything to them for them to come back. I'm in zone 5, so I do not have to do anything. Woo, it is windy. I don't have to do anything for these rhubarb to come back. I planted them once 3 years ago, and they come back every year. And our very last bed is my carrot bed. This also has onions landing on the side of it, and planted about, my goodness, 2 weeks ago are 3 different varieties of carrots. So I've got like a little short tiny carrot, I've got, the purple carrot, and I've got a orange coral carrot. So I need to water this so this does not dry out, but this is my little carrot patch. And this is just the kickoff to the garden season. Honestly, this is probably the earliest that I have ever planted anything. So I am so excited. So that is my little garden tour. Spring is literally just like the most beautiful time of the year, because that's for me in zone 5 is when I can plant all the things and start preserving all the things. So if you enjoyed this little garden tour, please just let me know down below. Well, anyways, friends, thank you so much for being here, and as always, make sure to be kind to yourself. Bye, friends.